If you click on this video, it's not by chance, this is God's will. God tells you today that you are not a loser. Your dad tells you that you're not a loser. Even though you've looked in the mirror, you haven't seen what I see. I judge you and your life by how my efforts might have changed it. It's time to change the level. Ascend and see your true self as I see you, regardless of your life, your situations, or the opinions of those who don't know you. The Father says that you are understanding things faster. I'm helping you understand so that it fits with my thoughts and plans because I want to do something important in your life, and you will like the outcome. Thus, please go tell me how grateful you are. Happy celebration, because it will be worth it. The beautiful reveal of heaven will happen today. Today is a day of change, luck, and breakthrough. God tells you that you still have a future. Your tomorrows are safe in my hands, and the enemy can't take them from you. Because people disobey, the enemy has limited access. However, I am still in charge of both time and situation. I am a God who can change the past and bring people back from the brink of disaster whose luck has been clouded by the passage of time. The Father tells us not to live with regrets. Do not let your longing for the past keep you from seeing the bright and lucky opportunities that are ahead of you. Things you thought you lost will be found. Even though you think you've seen and done everything, you're in for some pleasant shocks. The Father says that every morning His blessings are new. My gifts have made your life better, so don't give up. Do not give up or be discouraged in any way. Life has only just begun, it's not over yet. God says, "Today I am the bright lamp and the smoldering furnace among you." When Abraham was alive, I reaffirmed the covenant that started the greatest blessing that has ever been passed down from generation to generation. An easy sacrifice of an animal sealed this deal. In what ways does the agreement I made with you through the blood of my Son seem big? I have come among you today, says the Father. I am walking among the members of the living sacrifice that you have given to my throne. What I did with Abraham and his children and grandchildren is nothing compared to what I'm doing now in your life. During your lifetime, no enemy will be able to beat you. We will meet all of your wants. The days in your life will be long and full. You will live and not die. I will lead you to your prosperous destination, says the Father. Put your trust in me, for I will never fail to abandon you. This morning, God said, "My fear is pure. All the other fears are bad." I'm getting rid of the bad fears of life from your life and the world around you. The fear that has been polluting you is leaving, and the pure fear of the Lord is coming forth to help you ascend in me. One of the 7 spirits that make up my being is the spirit of the fear of the Lord. My fear gets rid of shyness, doubt, and hesitancy. My fear pushes you to find the strength to rise as a principality and the power to defeat the enemy who has been lying, threatening, and misleading you for so long. Take a deep breath and embrace your fear, says the Father. I am humbling myself to give you the spirit of the fear of the Lord. This outpouring gives you entry to my presence and throne. This is the beauty and brightness of my grace and power that I have given you today. Today, God tells you that the problems in your life are because of what you planned and intended. You will have the chance to rise above something that might seem like a bothersome distraction. The Lord tells you to see this as a Selah moment. The routines and demands of daily life have made it impossible for you to take advantage of several chances to free yourself. Instead of giving in to other people's requests, it's time to take charge of your life and set your own goals based on my plan. There will always be another request, another disaster, or another important matter that needs your care. You're not living your life based on giving in to urgent or demanding voices that think their harsh tones deserve a reaction. Decide to say no to other people's silly and childish requests and stand up for your rights as a kingdom seeker. By doing this, your prayer will be answered, and you will go on an adventure in the land that you have been looking forward to for a long time. The Father says, today, divine favor is bestowed upon your life. I am a God of unexpected events. Today, God says that wealth is affected by the Spirit and that my main purpose is to make sure that you have plenty of support in your life. It sounds like the Father doesn't have to stick to a budget. There is nothing holy or right about not having enough money or resources or feeling lacking in any way. I am not poor. Don't worry. I am a loving Father who takes care of His children, and you are safe with me, even when it comes to money. Stop thinking and acting like a poor servant and start thinking and acting like a wealthy person. The Father says, think about my grace, my supply when you figure out how valuable you are. There is no more deficit. Get rid of poverty. I didn't become poor to teach you a lesson. I became poor so that you could become rich. Some say this only has to do with mental wealth. Insanity at its best and outright lying at its worst can be seen in this. Trust me for improvement and plenty, says the Father. Seek me for provision. Today, God says that your validation comes from me and not from anywhere else. The Father says, I am your validation. The Father says that your social status or other people's good opinions of you don't give your life value. Don't look for approval from other people about how important your life is or how useful your time is. Because I dedicated you, my cloak covers you and sets you apart from those who waste their time on useless religious activities. I didn't call you to talk about the problems and chores that religiously superior people gave you. They talk about their duties and responsibilities, but the Father says that there is only one action that can change things: to sit at my feet and learn my lessons. Because of this, don't even look at people who think their ideas are important. If you let my vision be your only guide and teacher, you will speed up your journey to the soon-to-be-reached destiny that awaits everyone who gives themselves over to my guidance. God says today, I am causing the visionary response in you. Soon, you will see my realm in a way that has never been seen before. Others will only see problems and chaos, but you will find joy in seeing the kingdom. In the middle of deep darkness and uncertainty, you will be able to see clearly and accurately what I am doing in your life. Others may say nice things about how strong your faith is, but they won't understand because they can't sense it. You will try to show them what I am telling you, and you will ask, do you not see what God is doing? But they won't know because their whole spiritual experience is focused on not seeing. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and write Amen in comment. God is speaking now. My home stands for welcome, not judgment. I am getting rid of mistrust and accusations among my children while also encouraging acceptance and favor. According to the Father, love can't fail, and my spirit of love and acceptance is using my guidance to answer your prayers. I'm here for the broken and the heartbroken. I'm taking down the buildings of sorrow. The outcast and sad will once again look for safety in my abode, as they have done in the past, because I am currently living in the abode of my glory. The Father says that His voice can be heard in your area. My angels are sending my audible words to free others who are being held captive. They will hear my voice telling them, "Leave this place and go to a place I will show you." There you will be set up as an individual among your family. Like Lot and Sodom, some will be taken by the hand and led away from places that have twisted my message. Today is a new day, says the Father. Be ready to love and accept those I send you as gifts from my hand. At this time, God says that He is pouring out His love on this place. I'm sending streams of my gift into your life to feed the plants from long ago. The failed harvests and burned fields of the past will grow again, and you'll enjoy the crops you put a long time ago but had given up on. The Father tells you that He keeps a careful record of every act of service, sacrifice, and resource you have given Him. I will give you back, add to, and let you feel all of my kindness and generosity. The Father shouts happiness. Let the party begin. To celebrate redemption, eat the fat, drink the sweet, dance, and sing the song. I am bestowing my kindness upon your home today. God says, today, I am giving sight to the blind. Many people still don't know how my kindness has changed your life, but things are changing. Get ready to look into those stubborn hearts and find the crack in their doubt. When you notice that they are weak, show them your love. Give them the deep core of my spirit. They can reject it or put up with it, but it won't matter in the end because your love has been given to them and they can't get away from my unwavering love. Today, your job is to show love to people who are hard to love. Even those who have looked down on you, lied to you, and called you names. Love them. Set them free and bless them with your goodness. If you do that, your heart will rise from being heavy to being full of joy, peace, and power. Today, God says that those who don't know will be angry that people who have caused trouble around the world have also come here. I'm putting you with people who change society and have an impact on the world. You are the principality and the authority, the Father says. Step on the snake and use the power of your faith to break down the barriers that stand between my truth and my message. The good news wins out. My message is rising in you and spreading through you. Stop holding back because of what other people think. The spirits of fear and mental bonds that attacked you are being broken up. Despite their claims that you were unable, the Father says that your abilities lie within Him and that the enemy's lies will no longer stop you. Today is a very important day for you because this is your share. You will go through changes that you can't undo. God says that the time of masks and lies is over and that it is now time to clear the air of ignorance. Today is a day of clarity and trust. Today, the Father gives you peace of mind. Do not be afraid of the enemy's ills or the threats of evil. Their goal is to break through the barrier I've set up around you. I have put the energizing essence of the sun's blood into everything, every connection, and your whole surroundings. I marked you today so that you can think about my thoughts and know that they are yours. We are one, and I am blending your spirit with my spirit so that you can feel the higher status that comes with my status. You exist inside of me, and I exist inside of you. It's time to understand the rise of my purpose and grace in your life. God says that today He will talk to us in the clearest way possible. What does the Father say? I am pressing into you today. May this day be a chance for you and me to connect. Take your mind off of the everyday things you have to do, says the Father, and see how my strength and presence are manifesting in your life today. Today, the Father begs you to be wrapped in my love. Instead of getting distracted by small things, choose to reflect the qualities of Mary. Today forever is written in your heart. As a sign of my unconditional love, the happiness and energy in my heart surround you. Please accept my love, children under my rule. Accept my love, which meets all your needs and answers all your requests before they are even said. God says today, for every praise you have given me, I have decided to respond with the divine embrace of heaven. As you praise me, the sky is splitting open. When you bow your head to the ground in respect, the depths below you open up. The Father says that all acts of worship are written down in the books of heaven because you are a worshiper whose love is a pleasant smell when I'm with you. You need to move forward, says the Father. Come forward and speak of my kindness and grace, because by doing so you are predicting your time and putting your answers to prayer into words of devotion and grace. The expression of my spirit on you will be more beautiful than anything you have seen or heard about. Nothing has been seen or heard before what I am about to do to your life from the oil flasks in the sky. Today, God says, I am destroying the scorpion of odd in your life. I have changed you into what you are meant to be through the blood of my justice. The Father says that you are good enough. You don't lack my beauty because my greatness is inside you. Compared to what I have taught you, you can't fail to do well. No matter how low you fall or how hopeless you feel, I will always be with you because I will never give up on the greatness I have taught you. The Father says, you are good enough for me. You are acceptable and making steady progress toward my full approval and support. You were evaluated for a while and are now done with the review. Your examiners have only looked at how Son's blood cleansed you because I gave you the full amount of grace, compassion, and loving kindness that I put on the tree as liquid love. Take it. Accept and accept it as your own, giving up all traces and meanings of criticism in your life. You are loved very much. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. As of today, God says, I see nothing in you that deserves condemnation. On the cross, I took on all of God's judgment and anger. What the Father says is that He is no longer angry with you. Did He not say that you are not going to be subject to wrath? This means that if you are not marked for anger, then I will not be angry or upset with you. There were times when you asked me if I was sad or angry. But hear my voice, says the Father, I am not angry or upset with you in any way. The Father gives hope by saying, "My faith, the very faith of God, is making my hope come true in your life. My chosen child, you are my special gift. I am cleansing you and giving you strength. Accept the clothes of my justice and the sign of my rule." The gift is made, and its power stays the same. Right now, the Father says, the purity of the blood that was shed cleans and redeems you. God says today, the glory of the old covenant is but a thin shimmer compared to what I am making happen right now. With the sending of my Son, I changed how my glory showed up. I directed my brightness and light to give my kindness and grace. Let me love you with the same love that killed the sun. Let me love you with the same fervor and drive that drove the Son from the throne to the cross. According to the Father, He has promised to love you forever and will not change His mind or be convinced otherwise. I will change you through the ministry of life, just like Moses' face shone through the ministry of death. The Father announces a baptism that will make your body and natural form shine with my glory. Accept the light of my beauty and the flow of my heavenly life, love, and resurrection. This is what you are inheriting now and what you will become as a child of my right hand. These days, God says that the enemy has no way to stop humility. Because he doesn't have any shame, he has no defense against it. The enemy doesn't understand what it means to be humble. Putting on the robe of humility makes you less noticeable to him, and you stop being on his mind. The Father says that when you keep a low image, you are mysterious and can't be hurt. Ignore the illusion of unjustified confidence that makes you think you can do everything you need to do just by using your skills. Show that you are vulnerable. Honesty is important. Quit acting brave when you're not, because I am your protector and defender, and nothing can hurt you if you decide to let me show up and appear in your space. God tells you today that you think you've been tricked, but you haven't been. Some people promised to do something and meant to do it. Let them off the hook. Set them free. Let go of, forgive, and bless everyone, even those who have gone to heaven. By doing this, you call on the gift that covers you like a cloak of glory. Father says, do something now and accept the clear blessing of my part in your life. Turn all of your trust and hopes toward me, because I will never let you down, even if I'm not always present in your life. I promise I will never leave you or forsake you. My Father begs you, trust me and love others. Do not make the mistake of depending on people to give you what you can only get from me. Because I am the giver, you will not need a gift this season because I am giving you all that you need. Today, God says, I am not shaping you to carry out my plan by making you follow outside expectations. You are being changed by the very fact that I am in your life. Your knowledge, life, and righteous behavior are all in me. You deserve what you have because of my perfect plan for your life. No more crying at night or being scared during the day. Get up, the Father says, because I'm fighting for you, not against you. The Father says He is still unshaken. If you've been thinking, God, where are you? The Father tells you, I am present. Know my presence and see my glory, because I am currently on you in power and resurrection. You will stay alive and not die. The enemy is dishonest because he can't take away my favor in your life. Today, God says that the tracks a wolf leaves behind can be used to identify it. People's hearts are written with my vows of freedom, and I have engraved your essence with phrases of life and affirmation. It's time to get rid of the stories that religious predators have written in your heart and mind. You are not the person they said you were, and you are not required to do what they said you had to do. The Father tells them to leave. Come out into your freedom. The day star of my word is shining in the darkness of your heart to bring you life and freedom right now. A little while longer, says the Father. I hear your heart's lament and questions. Do not let the enemy convince you that I have forgotten about that matter. You should continue to trust me and do what you're supposed to do for a little while longer, says the Father. Assignments have clear beginnings and endings. When your current job is over, you will be able to move on to the next one and receive rewards that are appropriate for the difficulties you face. God says today that you are qualified to serve in His kingdom. You know what you're doing, are ready, and are able to complete jobs. God the Father says, let there be a manifestation of what I have taught you today. God the Father also says, I have made you suitable. My essence and message free you to meet my preparedness assignment. You will be sent to the staging area from where I will send you to the ministry section. Your job is to support life and get rid of death. You are supposed to shut down the activities of the death dealers. You have been chosen to speak out against the shrines of death and give my people life, freedom, and release. I don't want to do the things I want to do on earth without you. So I'm already giving you strength and getting you ready for the new season you're entering. God says today, I am your teacher, and your sufficiency comes from my spirit, not from anything earthly or human. Any advice from a person is tainted unless it comes after a personal and deep revelation from the source, of which I am the only physical manifestation. The Father tells them to put away outside reading and writing and to dig deep. Please pay attention to my words and the deep truth that is unique to your life and journey. I'm not going to hold you responsible for what I told other people. The accountability in your life is the personal revelation of myself that must come before all else, the Father says. The discovery that doesn't come from people is what will make your life better and start the supernatural. The Father says, this is the wedding season and the start of miracles, and I have decided that you will be a part of it. I set up your place at the table and got your wedding clothes ready. Enter the building. Take advantage of the chance today to get to know me better than ever before. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.